and welcome to this week's Meridian News Now. I'm Amanda Chednicki. Thanks for joining us. An amendment to the special use permit for the temporary fire station off Okemos Road was implemented by township officials at a public hearing earlier this week. The amendment will allow the temporary housing of 1 ambulance, 1 fire truck, and associated personnel in the Township Service Center building. The building will continue to house other township departments as well. Meridian Township Director of Community Planning and Development commented on the impact this amendment to the special use permit for the temporary station will have.
Well, it's going to have a positive impact because with not being able to use the old central fire station on Clinton, there's definitely a need for housing of the equipment.
The service center was announced as the temporary fire station location after the closure of the central fire station earlier this year. The temporary fire station is anticipated to be operational the week of April 21st. Meridian Township initiated a controlled burn this week in an attempt to restore wildlife and local ecosystems. Workers burned 20 acres of land at the Davis Foster Land Preserve on Van Otter Road. The burn will help stimulate native plants to grow and kill off invasive species. David Borman LLC and PlantWise LLC were hired to conduct the burns. Nick Sanchez, Assistant Park Naturalist for Meridian Township, says the burns will benefit the local ecosystems greatly.
What the burn is going to do is kind of knock back one of these areas, knock the vegetation all the way to the ground, and kind of rejuvenate the native plants and the warm season grasses that are in there.
The burn was done in a slow and deliberate manner with safety equipment on hand to monitor and control its spread, as well as minimize the amount of smoke produced. There is another prescribed burn scheduled for Ingham County's Lake Lansing Park North within the next few weeks. The Meridian Township Park Commission heard a recent proposal to implement a natural buffer on the lakeshore of Meridian's historical village pond. The buffer, which would be made of boulders, shrubs, and other plant life, would help deter geese and intercept water runoff pollutants. The buffer would be 15 feet wide, but designed to continue to allow fishing in the pond.
And tall stuff is not really good behind fishermen. I mean, if they're going to be casting, they don't want to be catching stuff. The same thing with shrubs and things like that along the edges, that could be a problem. So strategic placement within that design is great.
Great.
The project, which would be built on both sides of the fishing dock, is awaiting certification from the Natural Wildlife Foundation. At the April 9th Zoning Board of Appeals meeting, there was only one item on the agenda. The board voted to deny all 6 variances requested to build an addition to the New Life Assisted Living Center on Hazlitt Road. They also requested to remove trees on the property.
I can't accept it that it's generally consistent with the public interest, the purpose, or the intent of the zoning ordinances. The ordinances are to protect the safety and well-being of that particular property and the surrounding properties.
Board members decided that since the building was already an assisted living facility, there was no need to make changes to the property. Township officials are beginning the curbside brush pickup program to pick up debris from the December ice storm. The brush pickup program will begin north of Grand River Avenue on April 14th and south of Grand River Avenue after May 5th. The program is expected to run 5 to 6 weeks. Residents should place their brush between the sidewalk and the road if they want it to be picked up. Brush and limbs must be no bigger than 8 inches in diameter and 6 feet in length. The township has contracted with 2 companies to pick up brush and limbs. Some pickup has already started for those areas with a lot of brush and limbs already at the streets. But don't worry, you haven't missed the pickup. They will be back when the program begins. When we come back, find out what events are coming up in Meridian Township that allow you at home to make a difference in the community. You're watching Meridian News Now on Home TV.
Meridian Township has facilities that you can rent.
To rent a pavilion or a field for sports, all you have to do is go to the Meridian Service Center, request an application, and pay the rental fee.
The township has 6 pavilions and plenty of athletic courts and fields available. You can also rent the chapel or the historical village buildings by contacting the Meridian Historical Village. For more information, please call 517-349-4640.
Packers. Viking. Packers. Viking. Pack. Red State. Blue State. Vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
Downtown.
Night owl.
Early bird.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities, our families,
United.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're gonna be hanging out a little bit more.
Riding a bike is lots of fun. But do you know how to ride the right way? Riding the right way means holding on with both hands, staying alert of traffic, and always wearing a helmet. For more information on how to ride the right way, visit nhtsa.gov.
Welcome back. As we welcome spring and celebrate Earth Week, the Meridian Township Parks and Recreation Department is organizing a community-wide cleanup event to encourage residents to help clean up local parks. The event will be held on Saturday, April 19th from 9 a.m. to noon. Volunteers are needed to pick up litter and stack branches in lawn areas or remove litter and branches that are obstructing trails. Those interested in volunteering can contact Jane Greenway, the Meridian Township Parks and Land Management Coordinator, at 517-853-4610. Spartans work every day in their homes, communities, and around the globe to make life better. The Spartans Willpower Global Day of Service on April 12th will take place. This day will serve as their way of showing the world the extraordinary impact Spartans can make in one single day. MSU alumni clubs, groups, and student organizations are currently establishing projects around the globe and have been since May 10th. You can join them in making a difference and volunteer on April 12th. For more information, visit serviceday.msu.edu. Lacey Hallsworth, also known as Princess Lacey, showed the Michigan State University basketball team what it was like to fight through their season full of injuries. Not only did she show them what a true fighter looked like, she showed them how to love by attending every game. Unfortunately, we won't see Lacey in the stands next season because she lost her own fight to cancer late Tuesday night. Lacey met Michigan State star Adrian Payne during one of her hospital stays, and their friendships quickly blossomed. And as their friendship grew, basketball fans began to fall in love with the dynamic duo. Spartans met at the Rock for a candlelight vigil last night, and on April 17th, there will be a memorial service for the princess at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. Home TV sends their condolences to her family, her big brother Adrian Payne, and everyone else affected by this loss. The 20th annual Race for the Place 5K will happen on Sunday, April 13th across Michigan State University's campus. The Race for the Place is the largest annual fundraiser for MSU Safe Place and helps the program continue to provide vital services to the members of MSU and Lansing communities who experience relationship violence or stalking. Race for the Place is a fun-filled family event with events for kids of all ages, MSU varsity athlete participation, and even a visit from Sparty. For updates and information about the 5K, follow them on Facebook at facebook.com/racefortheplace. Home TV as well as Cam TV will be at the event as media sponsors. In the U.S. News Best High School Rankings of 2013, Michigan had 7 schools with gold medals, 68 with silver medals, and 131 with bronze medals. Okemos High School was ranked 7th within the state of Michigan. This is partially due to the fact that students have the opportunity to take advanced placement coursework and exams, and the AP participation rate for Okemos High School is 49%. East Lansing was also ranked 6th in Michigan. Congratulations to both the faculty and students of Okemos High School and East Lansing High School as well. When we come back, find out what's in store for Ingham County Clerk Barb Byram's future. You're watching Meridian News Now on Home TV.
You realize that 49 million Americans struggle with hunger? That's 1 out of every 6 Americans. These people are around us every day. They're our friends, they're our coworkers, their kids go to school with our kids. Sometimes we're not even aware that they're struggling. This problem is closer than you think. But so is the solution.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Welcome back. As part of the environmental assessment, the Capital Area Transportation Authority, also known as CATA, will host a series of stakeholder group conversations for 9 areas along the Bus Rapid Transit Corridor. These meetings are for residents, business owners, employees, and community members throughout the corridor. 3 of those meetings are right here in Meridian Township on Wednesday, April 16th. They will allow for community input on station locations, on-street parking, landscaping, and more. Design decisions will be shaped by input from these sessions and carried forward for evaluation in the environmental assessment. To join the conversation about your area of interest, visit cata-brtd.org for more meeting dates and locations. U.S. Representative Mike Rogers of Michigan recently announced that he has decided to give up his seat in Congress for a career in broadcasting. And Ingham County Clerk Barb Byram, a former Democratic state lawmaker, was interested in taking his position. However, on April 8th, Clerk Byram released a statement revealing that after carefully considering a run for Congress, she determined that she can best serve the residents of Michigan by continuing her role as Ingham County Clerk. Clerk Byram said this will allow her to directly fight for issues that will move the state forward, including election and redistricting reform and equal rights for all Michiganders. Winter blizzards may be behind us, but severe weather is sure to come. Governor Rick Snyder proclaimed the week of April 6th Severe Weather Awareness Week in order for Michigan residents to be well informed about the potential storms that may affect the state in upcoming seasons. First Lieutenant Mike Johnson of the Michigan State Police Emergency Management and Homeland Security Division spoke about the ways residents can prepare themselves.
If a disaster strikes and you're kind of caught in the middle of it, you want to be prepared. Part of that, we've talked about planning and being informed, but it's building a kit. And you want to build a kit that's going to last 72 hours. And what I say by build a kit, things that you should have in a kit, obviously food and water for 72 hours. You should have a first aid kit, a whistle.
Johnson also recommended for organizations and families to research about environmental hazards that affect their area in order to create a safety plan to avoid potential dangers. For more information about how to prepare for severe weather, go to michigan.gov/beprepared. And that wraps it up this week for Meridian News Now. Remember, we're always online. Like us on Facebook to stay up to date with Township News. We're on Twitter as well. Follow us there. And of course, HomeTV.net. I'm Amanda Chudnicki. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.